आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव।
आजादी का सफर AIR न्यूज के संग। India's glorious fight for freedom is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the valiant struggle every day.
In today's episode, we will talk about how the British got foothold in Maratha land, the courage of Sarat Chandra Bose, and the agony of partition.
The Maratha Empire had become the strongest opponent of the British Empire by the middle of the 18th century. The British now wanted to conquer the Maratha Empire.
When the Peshwa King Madhav Rao died, Raghunath Rao sought the support of the British to be installed as Peshwa against Madhav Rao. It was on this day in the year 1774 that the British supported Peshwa Raghunath Rao to reconquer Pune.
But he was soon removed from the seat of Peshwa due to opposition by other Maratha rulers. Raghunath Rao sought help from the British again and signed the Treaty of Surat in March 1775. Via this treaty, the British promised to give Raghunath Rao military assistance in exchange for control of Salsette Island and Bassein Fort.
Later on, it was because of this Treaty of Surat that in the First Anglo-Maratha War, the Maratha forces led by Nana Fadnavis had to fight with the combined forces of the British and Raghunath Rao.
This is how the British Empire was given strength by the infighting nature of Indian royalty.
Today is also the birth anniversary of Sarat Chandra Bose. Born in 1889 at Cuttack in Odisha, he was the elder brother of Subhash Chandra Bose. He qualified as a lawyer in 1911 and went to England.
With the legendary Nripendranath Sarkar as his mentor, Sarat Chandra achieved great fame as a barrister. He began a successful legal practice upon his return to India, but later abandoned it to join the civil disobedience movement.
In a report of the then Government of India's Home Department, he was described as the power behind his brother Subhash Chandra Bose and the financier of the civil disobedience movement in Calcutta.
He established a news agency, Orient Press Agency, in 1929. In the 1940s, he started the paper The Nation.
For some years, Sarat Chandra Bose also indulged in electoral politics and held various positions. Sarat Chandra believed that nothing which is morally wrong is politically right. This served as his guideline throughout his life.
Sarat Chandra Bose was the first to protest against the partition of Bengal and Punjab. He consistently opposed the partition, both before and after the publication of the Mountbatten Plan. It was on this issue that he resigned from Congress in January 1947 and started a protest campaign in February 1947.
Soon after India achieved her independence on 15th of August 1947, Sarat Chandra advocated the setting up of a regional organization with India, Pakistan, Nepal, Burma, and Ceylon as its constituent members. He stood for the unity of Asia's southeastern nations as well.
Also, in August 1947, Sarat Chandra Bose formed the Socialist Republican Party, and in 1949, Sarat Chandra formed the United Socialist Organization that sought to bring all the socialist forces of the country on a common platform.
Sarat Chandra Bose was a true nationalist, and he continued his untiring efforts to prevent partition in various ways till the very end.
After the partition of India in 1947, approximately 15 million people migrated within a period of 4 years. To manage the situation, on this very day in the year 1947, the government of India created a new Ministry of Rehabilitation.
The wounds of partition cannot be healed so easily. The pain is still felt. On the eve of India's Independence Day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi declared that August the 14th would now be observed as the Partition Horrors Remembrance Day.
हम आजादी का जश्न मनाते हैं, लेकिन बंटवारे का दर्द आज भी हिंदुस्तान के सीने को छल नहीं करता है। ये पिछली शताब्दी की सबसे बड़ी त्रासदी में से एक थी। विभाजन विभीषका स्मृति दिवस का तय होना ऐसे लोगों को हर भारतवासी की तरफ से आदर पूर्वक श्रद्धांजलि है।
The majority of Indians living today were born long after India's blood-drenched partition. They must indeed remember this history. The agony of 1 million people losing their lives, of 1 million people uprooted in the largest distress displacement in human history. That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.